Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So today we're going to be taking up my 9th skill champion to rank 3. Yes, 9 skill champs, man, all at rank 3. Pretty darn crazy. As of right now, Spidey, Ragnagod, Elsa, Fury, Mole Man, Crossbones, Shang-Chi, and Kingpin are all up at rank 3. Alright? So today, we're going to be taking up another champion to rank 3. A really good skill champion who has some really nice damage and some other stuff going on. A champion who was recently buffed in the skill class. Yes, that's right. We're going to be taking up Black Panther to rank 3 today. Now, I do have 2 skill catalysts right now, which is great. Lots of skill champs I want to rank up, man. I think up next, I want to do Black Widow, just because I think she's cool, okay? But Black Panther today is going to get the rank 3 treatment. This is a champion who I just bring along literally everywhere with me. He comes everywhere on almost every quest because he has an absolutely insane synergy with Hercules. For Hercules, he gives him unblockable special attacks, and if you know me, you know I love me some unblockable special attacks. I really do. So let's grab some tier 6. It's kind of really nice to have Black Panther up at rank 3 finally to go alongside him. I think it was the Kitty Pryde Black ISO Market Cavalier Crystal. I pulled a 6-star Black Panther and I was like, dude, really? That's amazing. An amazing pull. And then I grinded for the dupe in his arena, so he is Sig 1, and that is all he needs to be, in my opinion at least. Let's go like this for some of these. Okay, boom, 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 boom. That should be good to go. Let's claim those guys. All right. But yeah, another thing about Black Panther is that when he was first buffed, I didn't love his buff. It wasn't my favorite buff, of all the buffs so far. But then, when Hercules got released, he got this new synergy that gives him an Infuriate debuff when he dashes back in the fight. And that makes intercepting with his special 2, and just intercepting in general, so much easier and so much smoother with him that I actually really enjoyed playing with him. Now, when you combine Jabari Panther on the team as well, who I have as a 6-star, that is a really solid trio for Black Panther. And he just goes crazy, man. He goes absolutely crazy with the bleeds. All he really needs to be amazing, in my opinion, is Hercules. He's decent on his own. I don't enjoy playing with him on his own. I like that Infuriate debuff for this guy a lot. But yeah, even at Sig 1, he doesn't have like his massive utility of like being able to reduce ability accuracy by much, but what he can do at Sig 1 is shrug off the suicide masteries at the beginning of the fight, the 100% chance, and that is all I wanted the Sig ability for. So a Sig 1 rank 3 Black Panther I think is pretty darn cool, man. I kind of like having this guy up at rank 3 now quite a bit. I think he looks good amongst the top skill champs there. I think he's going to be, useful for me as I go along in the game, because when I'm playing with my Hercules team, right, usually Hercules puts in all the work, no doubt about it, but sometimes, if there's a fight where you really want to bleed, right? Well, look at that. Black Panther's going to put in some work for you, right? Alright, man, so I actually didn't initially intend for this to be an Ultimate Showcase video when I started recording the rank up, but as I was, gathering some footage, I was like, oh my god, man, this guy is actually really freaking insane. And I was like, I could probably do this fight with him, and this fight, and he could do this fight, and this boss, and this boss, and it kind of snowballed from there. And this isn't there's only a decent amount of bosses in this videos, but I kind of included all of some of the really harder ones and more specific ones too. And the fact that he can do these bosses kind of says a lot, man. So we can obviously do a lot of the easier bosses too, right? But those aren't really worth showing. So we'll talk about synergies and playstyle and everything else as we go along. But first things first, I want to show my favorite fight of the bunch, which is 6.2.5 Mordo. So let's jump right into it here. Obviously, this Mordo has enhanced specials, right? Do not go gentle, strength in numbers, spite, right? Lots of tough notes here on this Mordo. This is one of the harder bosses in all of Act 6. Now, obviously, White Magneto lets us parry him freely. So when I made my Is Black Panther Underrated video, right, everyone was like, losing their minds in the comments because I wasn't using the special 1 to enter Panther's Rage or Panther's Might, whatever it's called, right? And they're like, you don't know how to play this guy properly. I'm still going to use the heavy attack. I'm not going to use the special 1. Why would I use a special 1 to activate Panther's Might to have 2 additional seconds, you know, per Panther's charge, whatever they're called, when the fight is essentially over, and look at how much Panther's Might I still have from doing the heavy attack, and I got to go right to the special 2 and save 5% health from recoil damage. This was an absolutely freaking insane 30-second Mordo kill. There is no need, in my opinion, to go for the special 1. It does 5% damage and recoil if you're on the suicides, and if you're playing Black Panther properly, you're going to be intercepting, and you're going to be pausing Panther's Might the entire fight. Okay, so up next, we're going to talk about some synergies in a larger health pool as well. We're going to go for Red Hulk and the Labyrinth right away. So Hercules here has my favorite synergy for Black Panther, not even a shadow of a doubt. Dashing back during basic attack combo inflicts a non-stacking Infuriate debuff for 5 seconds, making the opponent more aggressive and reducing their offensive ability accuracy by 30%. So this is a really amazing synergy. This is the one that, in my opinion, takes Black Panther to just the next level. That makes him so much better to play, in my opinion. So at the start of the fight, you can act... So the way that Black Panther works is that when you dash back mid-combo, you gain a Panther's Might charge, or whatever it's called. There are 5 Panther passes that you convert into Panther's Might, right, with a heavy attack or a special 1. And you gain one of them by dashing back mid-combo. You can purify one of each debuff on you at the start of the fight at every certain amount of seconds based on SIG when you intercept, right? So essentially, what this lets you do, this Infuriate at the beginning of the fight, is it lets you kind of like, you know, do your intercept light, dash back, medium, dash back, medium, dash back, medium, dash back, build up your Panther's Might charges right away, and then also let you, you know, shrug off your debuffs if you're running suicides, and just have your ramp up pretty much done by the time Infuriate is done, and then you can go for your heavy attack or your special 1 if you want to go for the special 1, okay? And then by the time you get to a special 2, you'll have the Infuriate ready to go again, and you can activate it and go for the special 2 and intercept with it, okay? So this is the other synergy I really like for Black Panther with Jabari Panther. Critical hits have an 80% chance to inflict a bleed debuff, dealing 50% of their attack and damage over 4 seconds. So this really scales up his bleeds, man, and really goes a long way increasing his damage. So yeah, this is the synergy team we're going to be rolling with for 80% of this video. And we're going to add a couple other things for the next fight when we go for Winter Soldier, just for, you know, general rotation. I'll show you how to really pimp Black Panther out. But we're going to go for Red Hulk here, man. And keep in mind, I want you to, this guy is just Sig 1, okay? Just keep in, yeah, it's just Panther, both Panther's Might charges. Panther's Might inactive charges and just Panther's Might, okay? So keep in mind that this was the first fight that I've done with Black Panther since ranking him up. This was a first attempt. Here are some of his abilities if you want to look at. The guy feels so smooth to play, especially with Hercules, man. So jumping right in, this is what I was talking about, where you have to Infuriate right away, so you can get those Panther's Might charges. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. I have 4 of them now. I'm going to go over here again, and now I have 5 by dashing back. Absolutely beautiful. Bait out the special 1. All right, going to go for that. Now at this point, did he evade me? I think he evaded me. Going to go for the heavy attack, and I'm in Panther's Might. So like I was saying, a lot of people were saying, you know, you have to go for the special 1 to activate Panther's Might. And I'm saying, I don't think I have to do that. So this is a 1.5 million health pool fight. Let's see if Panther's Might ever falls off one time in the entire fight, all right? Like I said, if you're playing Black Panther properly, you're going to be intercepting pretty much the entire fight, okay? Now, when you intercept with Black Panther, you are going to pause Panther's Might, okay? So here we go for that nice special 2. Red Hulk, man, is down to 50% health in about 60 seconds. 2 special 2s in. Panther's Might is about a quarter of the way done. It's just the damage and the bleeds here are actually kind of freaking insane, man. Like, actually kind of crazy. And as you can see, I didn't intercept with that special 2, but 3 out of the 4 hits crit. Panther's Might is now halfway done, about, right? But I mean, we're still nowhere near having an end. Go for the Infuriate debuff once again. I think it looks like when you punish special attacks, it pauses as well. I didn't even know that. So that's even more reason why to go for the heavy attack as opposed to the special one. Now, you know, recoil damage is one thing. Not everyone runs the suicide masteries, but just the fact that you can get to a special 2 that much quicker, and that's where a lot of the sauce in Black Panther comes from. Look at this. Oh, enormous special 2. This Red Hulk was just absolutely demolished. Like, it was absolutely nothing, man. Oh my goodness gracious. And like I said, this was the first attempt, and he's just so smooth to play. So now we're going to go for Winter Soldier. This is like the Black Panther team here, man. Like, this is, there's definitely some more sauce here that you can do for him. So if you're like going for, like, I don't know, man, like have event quest, right? And you're just like looking to just rinse through with Black Panther, right? Only you want to use Black Panther. Keep in mind, 4 out of these 5 champions are amazing. Iron Fist is obviously hot garbage, but Black Panther is amazing. Hercules, best champ. Jabari Panther, super good, super underrated. Tigra, absolutely incredible champion. So this is not like a harmful synergy team to bring along. Iron Fist is kind of, and unfortunately this is one of the better synergies for him, but essentially you start with 3 of your inactive Panther Might chargers, which is really good to have, man. It makes ramp up just that much faster. Also give you some more critical damage rating, which is also nice to have, some more armor rating. This is a really nice one as well. Gain additional cruelty passive from all hits, so essentially Tigra plus Iron Fist here, they just make ramping up so much faster. So instead of 5 dash backs, you have to dash back twice, right? And then, you know, you only have to do half the amount of hits for your cruelties. So yeah, obviously these are good synergies, and you still have the Hercules one, the Jabari one. But yeah, we're going to go up against Winter Soldier here. 550,000 health pool. Obviously, you know, we just took Red Hulk, who has 3 times this much health. But yeah, just to show you, like, let's say like an Act 7.4 health pool, right? This is kind of what this would look like. And look at the Infuriate debuff, man, making even Winter Soldier aggressive. Absolutely love it. Go for the heavy attack there and enter Panther's Might. All right, bait out the special 2. Here we got a little bit. I should have paused it. I don't know, whatever. We'll go for an intercept right there to pause it. And now we're close to a special 2. We're going to bait out a special 1 from this guy. All right, put the Infuriate on and go for the special 2. Nice guaranteed crits. Absolutely love it. This guy is ticking down like it's absolutely nothing. All right, beautiful. And yeah, man, when you nail an intercept with Black Panther, you know, it always feels satisfying when you nail like a really, you know, nice intercept, man. But when you do it, for some reason, Black Panther just feels like so smooth to intercept with. I don't know why. And look at this. We won't even try and intercept, and 3 of the 4 hits again crit. So yeah, not bad at all, man. Really good stuff. This guy scales really nicely up at rank 3. And up next, we're going to be jumping into some very tough Act 6 bosses, man. And up first, we are going to be going for Act 6.1.5 Crossbones. This is pretty much the hardest boss in Act 6.1, the one that stops so many people from, you know, getting Cavalier. And now this one, man, check this out. He has the poison, right? But watch this. With Black Panther, we're going to shrug that poison off, and now the fight is essentially over, right? Because that's the hardest thing. So now it becomes a regular Crossbones fight. And of course, Crossbones is going to be shrugging off a lot of our bleeds, no doubt about it, right? It's going to be purifying a lot of things here. However, that's okay. We're not too concerned with that. There's also power struggle here, and there's a bunch of other things, but now we're in Panther's Might. We got that off, right? So now at this point, we're going to try and maybe get to a special 2, but like I said, there is power struggle, so that's going to be a little bit harder. So the thing with Crossbones is Purify. Is if you're putting like a lot of debuffs on at once, he can't purify everything because there's like a small cooldown. So keep that in mind, and it goes down by a bit after every single one. That's why a lot of the bleeds are sticking. So as you can see, we're slowly chipping this guy down. we're going to try and maybe go for a special 2 here. We did get it. All right. We got it with the Infuriate debuff. And yeah, this guy is now taking down. He has 14 bleeds on him. Take some block damage. Not too concerned with that. Right. We're going to go for the special 1 right here. And as you can see, again, this is another fight. We went for the heavy attack for the Panther's Might. And we didn't even reach 50% duration. So again, I just don't see the positives for going for the heavy attack. For going for the special 1 over the heavy attack when you can get to the special 2 that much faster. So up next, we have 6.3.1, Do You Bleed Medusa, okay? So this is another very specific fight, of course. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with this one for obvious reasons, you know, but Black Panther is one of the best bleeders in the entire game, right? So we're going to have to go ahead and get one more Panther's Might charge, which is not too hard to do, right? Right here, we got it. All right, now we want to build up our cruelty passives, okay? And then go for our heavy attack right over here. We are now in Panther's Might, and now we're going to stack up some bleeds, okay? Oh, yeah. Gonna watch out for Living Strands, but keep in mind we are reducing her ability accuracy by quite a bit, 50% in Panther's Might, and I think at Sig 1 it's only 2.5% per bleed up to 5 bleeds, so that's like a total of like minus 62.5% ability accuracy. At Sig 200 you could be at minus 100%, but you know, there are better champions to do that with, in my opinion. So, yeah, he completely demolished that Do You Bleed Medusa. Like, it's absolutely nothing. One of the hardest bosses in 7.2 now, we have Void. Okay, this Void is really tough. This Void is really annoying. Setup and Spike, Safeguard, Force of Will, other stuff, right? So first things first, with Void, obviously you don't want to fight him with the Suicide Masteries ever unless you're using a double immune champion. But with Black Panther, it's going to be totally fine because we can just shrug him right off. There we go. So we took some nice damage at the beginning, but that's okay. So now Setup and Spike, the way that works is that essentially you have to have 6 debuffs on the opponent when you knock them down, and that way you can do a nice burst of damage. But as you can see, even with Safeguard right now, the bleeds are kind of putting in some work here. But we're going to go for the heavy attack there, and that nice burst of damage from the Setup and Spike was right there. Okay, and now we're going to go for a special 2. Nice amount of bleeds, and they all get just purified right off, and you get a nice bit of damage right there, okay? And you see immune popping up, and that is essentially going to be from the Force of Will node. It's making him immune to the ability accuracy reduction from all the bleeds that I'm placing, okay? Another thing that's nice about Black Panther is he has the 6-hit combos, which makes getting to multiples of 10 just that much easier for champions like Void. 33 bleeds before we purified them, man. If Safeguard wasn't on Void right now, we'd be doing a lot more damage, but of course, you know, this fight was pretty much cake with Black Panther, man. He had a lot of stuff going on here. Really good for that Setup and Spike node. Obviously really good for Void in general. Up next, we have another boss from Act 7 that was quite difficult, and this is probably the hardest boss in all of 7.1. And this was Vision, Arcus. It was Power Shield, Special Burst Lockdown, Power Reversal, Fissure. Now, Special Burst Lockdown puts a heal block and an armor break on you, right? And now, Black Panther, keep in mind, right, he's going to go ahead and shrug off these debuffs, which is really great. So the heal block won't be too bad. But also another thing, man, if your Black Panther is a high Sig, he can shrug off debuffs, right? At Sig 200, for example, he could shrug off one of each debuff every 1 second with the cooldown. So if my Black Panther was Sig 200, all these debuffs would just be gone from him right now, which is really interesting. So there's definitely some merit in putting Sigs in this guy. However, again, I don't know. I don't think I could see myself ever putting Sigs into this guy. But yeah, Power Shield here. So check out this 30, 60, 90, 160k plus all those bleeds are going to be taking him down too. Check out his health bar going down. This one's coming down to the wire here, man. We're staying kind of close to him, so we're getting those cold snaps on us, unfortunately, but he's still ticking down. We are very close, and we got him. We both went to like 0% health at the same time, but we brought Heimdall along, so we got through it, man. But that is definitely one of the tougher nodes, tougher fights in all of Act 7.1, no doubt about it. And up next, we have one more boss fight from 6.1, 6.1.1 Sabretooth. This is, again, a very tough and underrated boss, in my opinion. So yeah, we've done this one quite a bit, and there is Decimation, Oscillate, Optimist, Indomitable. So yeah, if you have Despair here, that's going to go a long way in, stopping his healing, right? You can't reverse it, but all the bleeds are going to go a really long way and just controlling this fight just a little bit, okay? So yeah, there's also no retreat here, so we're kind of going to be eating that no retreat damage, unfortunately, but that's totally okay. Essentially, I just want to get up to a special 2 here and try to do some really good stuff with the special 2. All right, he's in his oscillate mode here, and we're gonna see what happens if we go for the special 2 and the oscillate and the infuriate debuff brought him in towards us. And as you can see, man, his health is just really ticking down very nicely. And now oscillate's gonna make him aggressive, so it's gonna make him very easy to intercept. Okay, and yeah, man, as you can see, this guy is just about to tick down to absolutely nothing, and essentially that's it. Just absolutely flushed right down the toilet by OG Black Panther, man. Really impressive stuff. So yeah, man, this guy is super cool, super good, super awesome. All the gameplay that you saw was just him at Sig 1, which is pretty nice, man. Like I said earlier on, Sig 1 is really great for if you run the Suicide Masteries, you can shrug that off right away. But the other piece of utility that he has, you know, each bleed debuff of the opponent decreases their defensive ability accuracy by 2.5%, max 5. That's nothing at Sig 1. It's literally almost useless at Sig 1. But just in general, purifying 1 of each debuff is actually really nice to have in general for other nodes. Like if a node like places a debuff on you at the beginning of the fight, right? Special Burst Lockdown, for example, which was in this fight, you can just shrug it off right away. That's nice to have, you know, so I like him at Sig 1. I don't know if I'd put an Awakening Gem in him, but I got him from the arena, the basic arena, and definitely no regrets there. Definitely glad to have him up at rank 3 to go alongside Herc. And man, he puts in a lot of work himself, man. He really does. So yeah, if you have a Black Panther and you know you didn't know he was that good, maybe give him another look. He's pretty good, especially if you have a Hercules, man. That Infuriate debuff, really love that debuff on him. I think it does a lot for him. But yeah, guys, that's it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about OG Black Panther going to rank 3 in the comment section below. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other future rank up and gameplay videos coming to you in the future. I'll be seeing you around.